Now the floor for you, Beverlee, and I hope Professor Mike will be available.
I will. And let me just say, it's always a pleasure to see my dear friend, Beverlee Anderson. You're muted, but...
Well, I said it was a pleasure to see you.
Well, thank you, Beverlee.
You mute yourself.
Yes. Yes, it's Richard time. Well, I know Trent, I know Michael, I know Hanani. Now I will learn new people. Is Dr. Shujaa here? Oh, yes, you are.
Ms. Shujaa, yes, yes.
Oh, it's a pleasure meeting you. Notice you're with an oil company, I noticed. Now, is this in Saudi Arabia?
Yes. Yes, actually, my sound is clear?
Okay, that's good. Yes, I wasn't sure what country you were in because your bio didn't say the country, but I just assumed that it was Saudi. So I'm going to turn it over to you now for your presentation.
Okay, go ahead. Actually, I'm currently in Bahrain for Cityscape events. I will start, Dr. Hanadi.
Yes, go ahead. Beverlee will be running the sessions.
Okay. بسم الله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وصحبه أجمعين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. It's my pleasure to be in one of member of the Dr. Hanadi conference. Actually, I will talk inshallah today about the recent study about why the mid-talent people succeed in entrepreneurship. I will share the screen now. Okay, everyone can see the presentation? Hello?
Yes. Go ahead.
Okay. Why the average intelligence people succeed and will succeed in entrepreneurship? Actually, the recent study conducted by programs that the Italian University of Catania attempted to investigate how reality this question is. Why the mid people intelligent will succeed, average intelligence will succeed in entrepreneurship than the talent people. The researchers established a computer model of society that monitors the chance of succeed of its member based on the factors of perseverance, intelligence, and professionalism, skills, and diligence. An attempt is always associated with intelligence, talent, and diligence. They create 4 criteria. The study, including a group of researchers in physics, economics, and society. Actually, it's a recent study. I think it was in 2022. Economics and sociology was conducted with a computer simulation system that simulates a society in which 1,000 people work. There was great 4 criteria, different skills, the same amount of capital, and distribution, the multiple positions, and hypothetical 40 years. This is the 4 criteria. They make that simulation. And what the results? The results, actually, it was close to the reality that we live in. It means 5% rich people, a few people have large share of wealth. It's very, very close to our reality community. The most successful people have a limited talent. The modest skills succeed more than others. Wealth was shared by people with low intelligence. This is the result for that study. By seized opportunities, there's two main reasons. This is opportunities and being the right place. Now, I will answer about the second question. Why the talent people, it's very difficult to succeed in entrepreneurship. There is the three main reasons. Overthinking lead them to hesitate because they have a good vision, and they will before they take any decision, they will take a long time and hesitate for that. This is the first reason. The second reason, non-delegation. That means no teamwork. That means they will keep the important decision by themselves. That means no teamwork, and that impact business, especially in entrepreneurship. That means lead them to a lot of people leave the project, and it's the result. It will be short time for that project, and then they will go out from the market. The last thing, the golden chance, that difficult to leave the senior job. It means usually the talent people take the position, the high level in management, their jobs. That means they will get a good salary and good benefits and long-term stable. That lead them to think or rethink a lot of times if they want to leave that job and position and go to be the entrepreneurship. That means it's very, very hard decision because you already get good benefits. Why you will make that chance, and it's very risky for them. This is the brief, because Dr. Hanadi, I will start quickly and I finished quickly actually. This is the three answers because why the talent people it's very difficult to succeed in entrepreneurship projects.
Dr. el-baz, are
Yes,
you ready to go?
Yes, I am ready, yes. But give me permission to share my screen.
Yeah, go ahead.
You should be able to do it now. It should be okay.
Yes. Okay, yes, I will see it here.
Now, you are at the University of Louisville now?
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you want to start?
Yes, you're welcome to start.
Okay, so my name is Ayman El-baz. I am a professor and the chair of bioengineering department at University of Louisville. And my area of research is artificial intelligence. And I am working to use artificial intelligence in medicine. And today I will share with you some of our technology that has been licensed, patent and licensed by either a startup company or big companies. So this is how our technology that we are developed in our lab. For example, since our work in medicine, this is usually the source of our data. First to choose will be the hospital. If this is still under clinical trial, we use it from university. And also we try to work in our technology be personalized diagnosis or personalized or precision medicine. So we try to integrate also some environmental information that measures the pollution of the city. And also we integrated in our technology demographic data to take into account some information about the patient history. And this will be the input of the definition of our big data that we are using in our right now in our technology. We use imaging data, and this can be radiology data like ultrasound, X-ray, MRI, MRA, OCT, fundus images, and the clinical data or urine test and or blood test, and in short, or laboratory test. We use also genome data, and we use also digital pathology, and we use environmental. So most of our work that I will present today try to use some of this data to make precision medicine. And since we are trying to develop a technology, and especially in the field of medicine, is the team will be a little bit different. So our team consists of physicians who told us about what is the technology, IT team who help us how to get the data in accurate and secure way, because we have to be sure that we keep the privacy of the data. This is big data. We have computational power, so we use supercomputers and the cloud system at Amazon and Microsoft and Google. A scientist, this is the people who, when we develop a technology, it must be based on solid science. So we collaborate with scientists from pharmacology, molecular biology, pathology, and histology. Engineer who provides the solution, and commercialization. This is the people who will market our data. And for sure, it will be difficult to have all these people in one place. So we are use our cloud system to contact and to collaborate together. This is the technology that I am developing right now in my lab. I will show some of them, but in this summary, in autism, in brain, we work on autism, dyslexia, Alzheimer, brain cancer. For heart, we work in heart failure and hypertension. For lung, we work on lung cancer, COVID-19, and olfactory nerve. For prostate, we are working prostate cancer and the bladder cancer. For kidney, we are working acute renal rejection and the kidney cancer, Wilms tumor, and kidney stone. For spinal cord, I will show to you today, we work on spinal cord injury. And for neck, we work in thyroid cancer. And for breast, we are working in breast cancer and the prediction, the treatment of breast cancer. Also work on liver cancer and the liver transplant. For retina, right now we are working to two disease, DR and MD. And finally, we're working now to develop a new technology for dental application. So for lung, this is one of the technologies that has been licensed, and I need to share with you. And this is, for example, this commercialization team, they give us some statistics about lung cancer and how it is a big problem in United States and worldwide in both male and female. And this is some of statistics that 1 out of every 4 cancer deaths from lung cancer in United States and worldwide. This is how we start. This is the physician tell us the current technology, you have to make biopsy. And they told us the patient will be lucky if the tumor close to large airways. But if it is far away, large airways, very difficult. And if this is tumor, it is very difficult to reach. And if it is small, we have to tell the patient, you have to wait around 2 years to see if there is change in size. If it become double, this indication is malignant. If it is still the same, indication to be benign. What they said is, the problem is you will put the patient under stress for 2 years to tell him congratulations, at the end, it is benign. So at this time, the physician told us we need a quick technology to shrink this is 2 years. And this is what they told me. This is how I will share with you. This is how they did the bronchoscopy. They sent the biopsy from the patient nose. And as I told you, if it is far out, close to large airways, we can get part of it. But if it is far away from large airways, very difficult to reach it. So this is what they mentioned to us when they try to develop our new technology. And this is, as I mentioned, if it is close to large airways, they go take sample and send it back to the lab, and the lab will send it to the pathology department. They make pathology and send to us. Now, if it is small, another technology they try to catch it by needle from outside. They inject like this and try to see, and after they inject it, they take the patient and put in the biopsy. The main issue is injecting the needle from outside is still this is like a catching fish. If it is small, you can push the needle, but you didn't catch the tumor. So you have to take the needle outside again and inject it again. The dangerous here, this can cause a lot of bleeding. Based on this, we need now to develop a new technology that can help us in, and all this is the current technology. It can cause infection, bleeding, it can make a collapse in the lung. And so we started to develop this. We need to develop non-invasive technology that we make the CT, and from making the CT, we can make a diagnosis. Based on this is our technology. We will get the CT, we will measure the shape and the appearance of the tumor. We develop a device that the patient put in his mouth, and he push a big breath, and from this big breath, we will analyze the breath compound. From this analysis, we're able to make diagnosis from the same visit. So the patient come, will take his breath, analyze the carbon compound on it. We will measure the shape and appearance of the tumor, and this is technology able to achieve 98% of our 90% of accuracy of our lung cancer. This is one I want to share with you, and this is how the technology works. It is go and scan the image, and when it scans the image, if it is malignant tumor, it will appear in very high energy. If it is benign tumor, it will appear dark. So as it become dark, this means this is normal tissue. You see here, this is how our technology works. If it is become bright like this is mean what we detected, it is a malignant tumor. And many big company right now working on novel like Siemens and Johnson & Johnson want to license this technology because, as I told you, it is fast and they give high accuracy for around 98% for diagnosis lung cancer from single visit. And this is what we do. This is one technology. Second technology, because I know the time is very tight, I will share with you. This is regarding, I will share it with you right now. This is the share. I will share it. This is the second one. Second one, this is how our technology works. A last part in this is one, this technology help us if this is lung cancer, when we have to stop. Because if we keep giving chemotherapy, the patient can die from the chemotherapy, not from lung cancer. And we develop a technology that make analysis based on the 3D for the lung, and from the 3D of the lung, and if the elasticity started, if the elasticity started to decrease than certain point, we have to stop, and we tell him you have to stop chemotherapy and you can start the radiotherapy. And this is our team that I mentioned, how we make the team here from physician, from surgeon, from chemical engineer, from chemistry, from engineer and IT. This is and also we use the same technology to help in assessment COVID-19 infection in the United States. By after the patient infected, we can say this is severe or mild or moderate, and based on this we share this information with the healthcare to determine what's the best time to follow up with his physician, every 3 months or 6 months or every 1 year. and this is the team for the COVID-19. This is one I want to pay attention because I like this project, and right now we are in the clinical trial, and this is help the spinal cord patients. You know, the people who has a spinal cord injury, they can't walk or stand or make the basic movement. And here we develop a technology at University of Louisville that we make a microcontroller. This microcontroller we implant it and connect it with the spinal cord, and this microcontroller can send the signal to the
What the heck is going on here?
to the neural system to help the patient to sit down. My contribution here is we have this was the problem that we find.
Professor Mike, excuse me, Professor Mike, can you close the mic? Professor Michael, your mic is open.
Okay, wait a minute. I thought it was closed.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Go ahead, Professor Ayman.
So here's the main problem. We make this microcontroller like a microprocessor. We connected with the spinal cord, and this is microprocessor start to work as a brain. And we have a remote, so we implant to put it in connected with the spinal cord, and we put the device itself over the kidney under the skin. And we give remote control to the patient. And this remote control, the patient will send the signal, I need to stand, I need to sit down, I want to walk. The main challenge that this is microprocessor has 21 terminal. And what we found that the combination of this is 21 terminal different from a person to person in terms of what combination and also the frequency of the signals that we send. It is 5 hertz or 10 hertz or 50 hertz. Third parameter is the amplitude of the signal. Is this is 0 and 5 volt or -5 to 5 or -3 to +3, the level of the signal. So this is combination we need to make find it for every patient. So what we did here, we developed a software that during the session, the physiologist makes the combination, and if the muscle start to respond, we show in red. This means this is strong contraction. If it is weak contraction, it is appear in orange or a light red. If it is appear in blue, this is mean no contraction at all. Based on this is the first part of the technology to help the physiologist to program the device. Second part of it is now to connect this with the patient and to see how it is helping him. And this is what has come from CNN to see how this is help the patient to stand and start to walk. Did you hear? So this is a device, as you see. When he make it on, you see now he can move his leg, and he move his finger like this. You see here. But as soon he will turn it off, he will drop on the bed. And this patient, 1 out of 10 patients right now, we work with them at University of Louisville. And if you see here, the people start, this is people has, and right now we try to make this as technology available to everybody.
You have about 6 more minutes for your presentation.
I already done, but just want to share it last lesson. And we did the same, by the way, this is the same here, the last part of the technology, that this is people, they have to keep their muscles, because if we didn't keep their muscles, the first part is the patient will not able to walk and stand. So we develop a technology to keep watching what is the change of the muscle and send this report to the physiotherapist to help them what is the best course of physical therapy to do. And last thing here is this is the autism. We develop a technology right now to help diagnosis autism in the children start from 6 months and above. This is new technology, is early, objective, and the best thing, it will tell us where the subject in the autism. And this technology, if you need more about it, it will covered by news in the biggest meeting in this month in Chicago called RNSA. We have a press release on it because this is the first technology of its type that can diagnose autism at early stage, and also it is objective. Third, it tells us where the severity of autism to help in the management. Thanks, and if you have any question, I will be so happy to answer. You are muted.
I would like to leave the questions until the end of the session, if that's okay. I'm hoping there's some commonality. I really enjoyed this. I recently gave a presentation on AI, and I said one of the biggest impacts it's going to have is on the medical field, because
Yes,
all of the things you can do with AI. And this is just a wonderful presentation. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you.
Okay, and if you want to close your shared screen, so therefore our next speaker, I believe Amy is here. I don't know exactly, it's Amy and then it's Miriam, I'm not sure.
Yes, it's Amine.
Amine.
Amine, yes.
Amine, and you're
Yes.
from Irvine, California, and you are with Success. And I have to know, if you're from Irvine, do you happen to know my dear friend Sohaila Georgiani?
Hello, everyone. Well, I will introduce myself. I'm Rihab Jribi. Actually, I'll replace Dr. Amine Elgheryeni, who has a sudden event that prevents him to be here tonight.
Oh, okay. Well, if you're going to do it, would you like to take over now and share the screen?
Hello. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Well, in an increasingly robotized society, artists are seizing on artificial intelligence to question the existence of humans and the condition of the work of art. While many artists are seizing on artificial intelligence as a tool to support their creations, robots are today becoming autonomous players in the creation of works of art and reality, which is now taking precedence over science fiction, could upset the Tunisian conception of copyright. The question that arises in this direction is, what do we mean by robot artists? I'll take the example of Ida, the first humanoid robot built in the UK South West Peninsula by the company Engineered Art. She has the features of a young brunette woman with wide open eyes, but her arms and mind are those of a robot. She's able to represent what she sees in her own way. She had a solo exhibition, paintings, sculptures, videos, performances. On Wednesday, June 12, 2019, at Oxford University, the artist welcomes visitors, admits their works, and even engages in conversation. I started my life in Cornwall in a very pretty English town called Penryn, says the robot. Now I live near London, about an hour from here. The 20-hour program teams visited the studio of artist Ida. They say it's a fake skin covering 8 computers, 2 cameras, and a robotic arm. Its creator is a former gallery owner who has surrounded himself with engineers. Its owner wanted to create a robot that observes its environment and make artistic decisions on its own. It's worth mentioning that several works of art signed by software or robots are becoming to make their mark on the art market. Last December, Christie's Auction House sold for the first time a work signed by an artificial intelligence for 400,000 euro. As for Ida, its entire body of work went for 1 million euro. The question here is, are Ida's artistic creations eligible for copyright protection? In other words, does artists have the right to intellectual property? Whether a robot has the right to intellectual property is a matter of debate. Robots can create works in the copyright sense, but they cannot be considered authors by the legal sense of the term, as they are not natural persons. However, the question of whether robots can be considered creators of work of the mind is becoming increasingly relevant, as robots are increasingly autonomous and capable of creating works without a human intervention. Here we can add that work of the mind is defined as an original intellectual creation materialized on a tangible support. If the condition of materialization is put in the case of a robot's work, it's more difficult to recognize it as an intellectual creation. Indeed, it's unlikely that the work will be qualified as original despite the machine's degree of autonomy. The creator of the algorithm will therefore benefit from the right to work, provided qualified as original. In the absence of originality, the work cannot be protected. As things stand, therefore, Tunisian law and even French law doesn't allow robots to acquire copyright over their works. Several solutions have been proposed to solve this problem, including assigning copyright to the robot's owner or designer, or creating a special form of copyright for machine-generated works. However, no such legislation has yet passed. In fact, the problem no longer arises for works created with the help of a computer. In a ruling handed down on January 31, 2005, the Board of Court of Appeal laid down the principle that a work of the mind, even one created using a computer system, can benefit from the rules protecting copyright, provided that it reveals even in minimal way the originality intended by its creator. The condition for the work to benefit from copyright protection is therefore that it reveals the originality of its designer. In this case, copyright is for the benefit of the person, not the machine. In 2017, the European Parliament recommended that the European Commission considers creating a specific status for robots with artificial intelligence, but this proposal has not yet resulted in concrete legislation. In short, the question of whether a robot has the right to intellectual property is a complex and evolving one. Although robots can create works of the mind, they cannot be considered authors in the legal sense of the term. Solutions to this problem have been proposed, but no legislation has yet been passed. To sum up, the issue of intellectual property for works originating from robots highlights the increasing complexity and legal difficulties as these technologies continue to develop and integrate into various forms of artistic expression. Legal issues related to ownership and protection will likely continue to arise. In Tunisia and even in Europe, there's as yet no specific legislation on the subject, but the European Commission launched a public consultation in 2020 to gather the views of stakeholders. What will Tunisians' position be on the issue of AI and copyright? Only time will tell. Thank you all for listening, and good night.
Would you stay around for some questions, please?
Okay.
Yes, Beverly is first for me. Would you mind, please, to present your PowerPoint presentation, or you want only this story to? Do you want to share any slides?
Actually, the power presentation was sent for Mrs. Hanadi.
Yes, I'm Mrs. Hanadi. I mean, yes. Why you didn't present it? Why you didn't present it?
Yes.
Why you didn't make a PowerPoint presentation?
Actually, I replace Amine tonight because he have no internet.
Yes,
okay, no problem at all. Go ahead, Beverly.
Okay, is one of the things that Dr. el-baz and yours, both of them are technologies with robots and this kind of thing. Your presentation focused on the copyrights of it, whether there were rights to it. Did a robot have copyrights? This was one of the things in the Screen Actors Guild strike and the writers' strike, was who had the right to it. And in contrast, I'm looking at Dr. el-baz. Now, this is technology you've come up with. Does your university take the patent for this? How is it patented? Who owns this?
This is a very good question. I can tell you, this is how I did. Before I publish, I have to send the disclosure to the university. So the university is one who has the patent, and she's filed the patent, and she cover all the cost. And the university is the one to connect us with the industry. And when they so the university, when they license to the industry, some little part to go to the inventor, and the major amount of money go to the university. So
That's
everything, yes, this means everything must be licensed through the university, because the university owns the technology.
And I would like to ask Amy, is the idea, do you think that the creators who create the robots that make the art should be able to patent it, to copyright it? For example, if I create the chat that creates the script, should I be able to get the rights to it? Maybe she left. I do not know. I think she left, Hanadi.
Dr. Ayman?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yes, she asked you, Dr. Beverlee, to answer the concern.
What? For what?
She asked you about your patent.
No,
I already answered this
question. Yes, el-baz, he answered the question. I'm talking about the last presentation on robots for artistic work, and she did not answer. The young lady.
Okay, Dr. Amine, you want to leave?
No, I am here. I'm with you.
Yes. Well, I thought your research was very interesting, because I really think that the whole medical field has so much potential that's where technology is going to make the biggest impact.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm telling you, especially nowadays, and this is there is a lot of data, and the doctor can't combine all this data. For example, if you work in area of oncology, there is some information come from pathology. You have clinical lab, you have patient history, you have information come from radiology. So very difficult for one person combine all this information and make accurate decision. And the second question,
You muted yourself.
No. I'm saying this is the one thing. So as I told you, we have a lot of data about the patient come from pathology, lab, either urine test or blood test, patient history, radiology, then all this is, and also patient demographic. Very difficult that you find someone can understand all this is and make accurate decision. And also the most important is in terms of oncology, when we have different protocol for treatment, we find not all patients respond to the same protocol. So the AI helping now to help in accurate diagnosis and also help from the history what is the best protocol can work with this patient. And this is what we did right now in two applications, prostate cancer and the breast cancer. And the prediction accuracy for the treatment reach more than 90%.
Does anyone in the audience have any questions of any of the presenters? Anyone have any questions? And Dr. Shujaa, I believe that you were giving the three things you felt that entrepreneurs should really do and do well. And what do you think we could do to foster those types of skills in people?
Could you repeat your question again, please?
You were talking about what you felt was important for an entrepreneur. I'm saying, yes. How do you think we can foster the development of those skills or those attributes?
See, in the beginning, I believe they will, the main factor to encourage them to get don't think about risky. What the risky before, just go to forward whatever it happened. Sometimes you will file the filer maybe once, twice, three times, then you will succeed. Nothing come by easy. This is the first thing. Second thing, I believe if we can give the entrepreneurship the support, more knowledge about how the business come, and give him the facilities. Sometimes it's work. This is in my opinion, and I believe thinking out the box is a very important factor for them. See, now everything in our global marketing, it's I think nothing can hide from the others. That's mean if you will start with the old project, you cannot succeed. It's very difficult to succeed. You need a new idea. You need a new solution for issues. Decrease the cost and increase the profit. This is my opinion. That's it, actually.
I'm sort of curious. Do you have any way we can get people to think outside the box? What if a person just doesn't think outside the box? Can we? Is there anything we could do to get people to expand their perspective?
See, it's my mentality issue. Actually, I'll talk about myself. I had a lot, 3 or 4 projects for myself, my own. Actually, all of it's filed. The file, I mean, different reason for that issues, but the cost is very, very difficult nowadays for teamwork. regarding to what you mentioned about thinking out the box, I think I believe in thinking out the box. The very important factor, but how actually I cannot explain. But you need to thinking about what's the issue, or sometimes some of companies or some of entrepreneurship, they looking for a little issue, and they found a very, very simple way to solve it.
And Beverlee, Professor Beverlee, I
The
think
internet
there are a
connection
contribution
unstable.
from Trent. Trent, Simon? Because you didn't Trent?
Trent, I don't know if he's really there. I know it's on, but I don't know if he's really there.
Yes, Trent.
Trent, are you there?
No, it looks like it's
no.
Yes. Go ahead, Professor Beverlee.
I did want to comment on the lady that left, because I thought the topic was very interesting. I'm sorry the author of it was not available, because one of the things I have a real question is, because we do have artificial intelligence can make paintings, hypothetically, beautiful paintings. How do people feel about having a painting by a robot versus a painting by a person? And this is something I think is very interesting. Does it really matter if it's good? Does it matter whether it's done by a robot or if it's done by a person? If a story's really good, does it matter whether it's written by a chatbot, or chat GPT, or a person?
Yes, exactly. This is the ethical issue. And the code of ethics for the AI, it will be tolerations in the nearest future. And all the countries now working about that, even though they initiate several robotic for the driving. And they said, when the robotic make accident, who will be responsible about that? And somebody is die from the robotic, okay? Or there are some robotics working with police or doing some resistance, and when this is happen, who will stop those robotic?
That's
and
right.
We discussed it in previous sessions in the first day with some people. It's also presenting about robotic. Hi,
Yes.
Professor Mike, how are you? What is your opinion about the conference? We're closing out. We are so friends. We need to enjoy. In last minute, you
You're
muted
muted,
yourself.
Mike.
Mike, you mute yourself.
muted.
I think everything went very well. I always enjoy listening to the presentations and having as much discussion as time allows. But it's very, it passes on a lot of knowledge to everybody, and people can also make some very good contacts, which is also very important. I think this was a resounding success.
Thank you so much. Any final comments, Beverlee? Professor Raed, one of the inventors in the GCC, also it's from medical base. If you want to have a discussions, more than welcome, Professor Raed.
Hi, how are you? I'd like to thank you for listening, because I get more information from you than I give, really, about that sessions. But if you want, I just have little comment regarding to the designing of the reports. This is now a new technology we are trying to achieve, but there is many complications and ethically forms which I start to do. And this technology, it is very complicated, and it needs more skills to be done in our country, because you know the technology to make the reports is very complicated. I suggest to have a special conference for that, really, because it is the future of our technology to make the reports. And we need to achieve this technology from different countries, which is being responsible or involved in that. That's all I can add on this information. Thank you.
Professor Raed.
Point. Very good point. Yeah, I think
And
a learning session would be excellent.
Learning session, yes. Learning session for this very, very, very interest, and it will be the future.
Use the technology properly.
This is the future. This is the future.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. I agree.
Well, I think this is sort of winding up our session. Yesterday we went over, Hanadi, over almost a half an hour. Today we're ending about on time. You'll have the last session tomorrow, I believe, Mike.
I do. Yeah, I'm right
Yes,
after you.
Yes, so you're
Make
right
sure I'm
after
there for
you.
yours. Yeah.
So that will work tomorrow. So we will see you all tomorrow, we hope.
Okay.
Okay. And thank
see you
you
tomorrow.
all
Take
for
care.
your presentations. Good session, good discussion. Bye.